Hi, Paul Durso here, and I want to talk about benchmarking retirement success. Have you ever opened your statement, looked at the bottom line, saw a loss, and wondered if that loss is going to affect the rest of your retirement, or wondering, is this okay? Is this going to last a long time, or is it going to bounce back? One of the things that we're going to talk about today is what do you look at to give you confidence even when you see red on your statement or see loss? The first thing I want to go over today is this thing we call the market. The market kind of gives us a gauge of the economic environment we're in. As you can see today, the markets have done nothing but lose money. The last several days have really been kind of crazy in the marketplace. It seems like the market's jumping 1 or 2% on a daily basis right now. That leads to a lot of anxiety. And that's why I'm doing this video today, is because I want to help you understand how you can deal with the anxiety of the up and down market. A lot of you out there might not have any, and that's great, and that's what we want. We want you focusing on what matters most. But there are other of you out there that I know have nothing to do but worry sometimes about your investments, because it's just too hard to look at red and see the markets decline, see your money go down, and go, how is this not going to affect my future? So what I want to do, where we start and we end, is with Simplicity. You know that, and I know that. If you're not a client out there, we suggest you go get a retirement plan. We use Simplicity. If you are a client and you can't find your access to get into your plan, please call our office. We'll make sure you do. But I'm going to go over a sample plan with you right now to help you zone in and figure out what you should actually be looking at when it comes to your retirement plan. There's two big sections that I want you to look at. The first and most important is called your base plan. Your base plan on Simplicity is going to go over the information really without any investment strategy whatsoever. And the one thing that I really want you to focus in on is this thing called cumulative income need. You're going to see typically two colors, red and blue. The blue part of that chart represents the amount of money that's already accounted for your future. Could be pensions, Social Security, rental income, some form of revenue that's already coming in that you've worked hard to achieve, and now you literally get to rely on that for the rest of your retirement. In this example, that represents 56% of their retirement income. It's already taken care of. So if they mapped out the income over the rest of their life, 56% of it's already coming in the front door, which means 44% of their future retirement income has not been generated yet. And they're going to need to rely on their nest egg. All the money they saved is going to have to generate their retirement income. And that's where a lot of fears come in, because we see the markets go up, we see the markets go down, and we go, I need that money. That's important to make sure I can last throughout retirement. And you are correct. Your nest egg is vital to success in retirement. In this example, their nest egg has to generate at least $30,000 of annual income plus inflation and taxation every single year throughout their retirement. Movie tickets, gas prices, food, travel, everything goes up. And the only way you can account for that is by taking more of your nest egg year in and year out. So how do we do that? If you're going to retire, you need to put your money to work. So what we've done is we've gone from a base plan here. We're going to fast forward and go to an investment plan. And what we've done is we've put their money to work in a way that is going to pay them a retirement paycheck every single month in retirement. And what we're going to do is we're going to deal with their cumulative income need. And you're going to notice there's no more red here. We went from 56% already accounted for to now all of the 44% dealt with, and we have an additional 12% buffer. We've generated them with that 56% of extra income in retirement, or 56%, 44 plus 12, of nest egg income. No longer do we see any red on the withdrawal column on their plan, and the reason being is because we're giving them an excess. When we put their money to work, now we're generating more income than they actually need in retirement. So when they look at their investment statements, they might still see red in value, but they're not going to see red in income. When you lose money on your statements, it's very difficult for any of us to look at that and feel good. In retirement, it actually feels worse because most of us are on a fixed income in retirement. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to figure out whether or not you're doing good or bad when you're not looking at your Simplicity report. So we're going to look at a brokerage statement. Our clients are housed at Charles Schwab. That's our custodian. But if you're not a client out there, I want you to go pull out an investment statement. We're going to look at it. Now, the first thing, if you're like most, if you're looking at your brokerage statements, the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at your bottom line. Where did I start at the month? Where did I end at the month? Is it plus or negative? And why? Is it good? Am I happy, or did I lost money and I need to have a conversation with somebody? In this particular example, the account's gone down. So we might look at it and go, oh man, we've lost money. What's going on? Are there legitimate reasons to concern? Yes, that is maybe an important conversation that you should have with me or that you should have with your financial advisor. But at the end of the day, that's not all that's on this statement. That's just value. And I've heard it said many times, stock prices, investment prices, they lie because they go up and down in value. Very seldom do those prices reflect exactly what they should. Dividend income tells the truth. We always know what we're going to make. So what I want to show you here is we're going to go down a few pages, and if you're seeing the things that are blacked out, those are the stocks. Those are just for our clients, and if you're not a client out there, that's why we've covered that up. But I want to show you this row right here in this dark gray. From top to bottom, or from left to right here, what I want to show you you're looking at is these are the equities. And if you could see what's not redacted there, you'd see stock names and their symbols. Okay, some of you out there, might be mutual funds, ETFs, or what have you on the left-hand side. Then what we're going to notice is quantity. That's how many shares you own of each one of those positions. Then a market price. That's the market price on the day the statement was printed. Then we have the actual market value. That's shares times price equals your value. Okay, that's very common in most statements on the market today. What we've added on ours are these two right columns called estimated yield and estimated annual income. This far right column called estimated annual income is the most important column on this entire statement, in my opinion, because this shows our clients exactly what they're going to generate from an investment income on a monthly basis and actually annualize that so they can know exactly what they're going to get annually. Now, for our clients in our brokerage accounts, okay, we buy direct stocks that pay dividends. So we know every share that we own, we're going to make a certain dollar amount, and that dollar amount is going to basically fill up this estimated annual income column. It's not something that adjusts on a monthly basis. The value, the things that lie, these can go up and down on a monthly basis. But the dividends, what you make per share, they only change if the board of directors says they should change. If they don't meet and adjust them, you're going to get paid the same that you did last month, okay? So, or last quarter. This is going to be very consistent on your investment statements. This column right here, two things I want to show you. On this dark gray bar, you're going to see a total of your estimated annual income for your equities. In this example, it's $14,578. If we scroll down just a little bit more, we've got another column or another row to add into that, which these are investments that are taxed a little bit different. These are called other assets. And there's another $11,457. If you add those together, that's a little over $26,000 of dividend income that this particular client is going to receive on an annual basis. The statement value can go down. If you look at the same client or the same statement last month, you're going to see a little over or little under $25,800 or so in dividend income. This month, 1 month later, the value went down, but the income went up because we're reinvesting those dividends. And as we reinvest those, we buy more shares, which pay specific dollar amounts every share you own. So the next time you look at your statements, I want you to understand, even though the value could go down, and this isn't, I'm not sending this video because you're losing money. I want you to understand what's your benchmark. If you look at the market and you see the market red, and you look at your statement and you see red, I don't want you to panic. The only way you panic is if you see your estimated annual income go down. Very seldom will you see that go down. It could happen, but it won't happen very often. Most of the time, you will see that very steadily go up. All right? So the next time you see there's craziness in the economy and the market's going all over the place, you know exactly where to look now to find sanity in this insane market that we live in. Hope you've enjoyed this. Until next time, have a good day.